Okay, so we're now going to start the historical fiction play called The Book Thief. The story of life and death in Nazi Germany, adapted from the acclaimed film based on the beloved, best-selling, awesome novel, The Book Thief. Follow along as we read the prologue.
This is the story of one girl caught up in the horror of Nazi Germany.
It is also a story of death.
But it is also a story of life.
We catch up with Liesel in 1939 in a small German town. Liesel's parents were killed for speaking out against Hitler's government.
For the past 2 years, Liesel has been raised by her adoptive parents, Rosa and Hans, who love her deeply.
Liesel couldn't read or write when she first came to live with them. Hans couldn't read very well either.
So Liesel and Hans read together every day. Now, it is their favorite activity.
One small fact. You are going to die. Sorry to be such a spoiler, but no one lives forever. I guess I should introduce myself. Then again, you'll meet me soon enough. Not before your time, of course. I make it a policy to avoid the living. Except every once in a long while, I can't help myself. I get interested. I don't know what it was about Liesel Meminger. She caught my attention, and I cared.
Liesel sits on a couch, reading.
Where is it? Every other house on the street has one. If we don't find it, it's going to seem like we're trying to say something.
Calm down. The Nazi flag is in the basement.
Good, hang it. And then we must go.
I know.
Why don't you want to go, Papa?
I hate everything the Nazis stand for. But if we aren't at the parade tonight, it will look suspicious. Later, Rosa, Hans, and Liesel step out into the night. The streets are glowing with torchlight, black and red. Nazi flags flap in the breeze.
The main street teems with people. There are Nazi uniforms everywhere. Everyone is massing in the town square where a giant bonfire roars.
The mayor, Herr Hermann, steps up to a podium. For the past few days, this great nation has been celebrating our great hero's birthday.
The crowd cheers and shouts in approval.
Woo! Yeah! Führer! Woo!
Now we must purify from within. Education, film, literature, newspapers. These should express only the values of our great people. Anything that does not must be destroyed. People began throwing books on the fire.
No! Stop!
Someone will hear you.
Liesel watches in agony as hundreds of books crackle in the flames.
Liesel sits in her room, holding a charred book as though it were a priceless jewel.
The Invisible Man by H.G. Wells.
What is this? Did you steal that?
Please don't be mad. I took it from the bonfire.
Were you seen?
No.
All right, this will be our secret, but we must be careful. If we get caught with banned books, we will be arrested. So you'll have to read in the basement, out of sight.
Months pass. Germany is changing. Across the country, Jewish people are being rounded up and taken away.
Late one night, there's a knock on the door.
Who could that be at this hour?
Hans opens the door to a haggard young man. Hans Obermann? Yes? I am Max Vandenberg.
Max collapses. Hans quickly drags him inside.
Close the doors, quick.
Who is that, Papa?
This boy's father saved my life long ago in the war. I promised if I could ever help his family, I would.
We must get him warm.
Lisa, you must promise not to tell anyone about our visitor. If you tell, they will take us away. Hans looks at Max. I don't want to tell you what they will do to him.
Later in the basement, Liesel sits beside Max, who's asleep on a bed made of cardboard. He looks ill.
She sees a copy of Mein Kampf tucked in his jacket. She reaches for it when... You're a curious girl.
I didn't mean to.
It's all right.
Is this book good?
This is Hitler's memoir, and it is far from good, but it saved me in a way. If I was stopped, nobody who saw me with the book would suspect I was a Jew.
Okay, right now we're going to look right over here to the caption. We see this picture of the Nazi swastika. Underneath it says Mein Kampf, and underneath that it says Adolf Hitler. Mein Kampf, or My Struggle, was a manifesto that outlined Hitler's extreme racist views about Jewish people and his plans for the future of Germany. Owning it was a way to prove loyalty to Hitler. By the end of the World War II, more than 1 million copies had been sold.
What happened to your family?
The Nazis came to my street, banging down doors and dragging us out from our homes. My mother begged me to leave her and run.
When I finally caught up to Max's soul, it was that moment that haunted him most.
Max's eyes filled with tears. It's okay. I cried a lot when I first came here, too.
Max wiped his eyes.
I am sorry. You can't have a real bed. Papa says it will look suspicious if anyone saw it.
Do not apologize. I'm putting you all in danger.
Upstairs, Rosa and Tom speak quietly.
What are we going to feed him? We barely have enough for ourselves.
We will make do. We must.
But what if we get caught?
Max will have to stay in the basement.
If even one ever suspects?
Many Germans have embraced Hitler and the Nazi Party, but for Germans like Hans who refuse to join the party, life becomes more dangerous by the day. They are viewed with mistrust and suspicion.
Rosa does laundry to earn money for the family. Liesel helps with deliveries.
Liesel rings a bell at a mansion. She glances around nervously.
A familiar-looking woman answers the door. It is Ilsa, the mayor's wife.
Here is your laundry. Ilsa takes the bag and gives her a handful of coins. Liesel carefully counts it.
Tell your mama thank you.
Yes, Frau Herman.
Call me Ilsa. So, I saw you
What?
at the bonfire. It's okay. I like books too. Why don't you come in? Ilsa leads a very nervous Liesel to a bright room filled with books. Liesel is awestruck. These books belong to my son. He died long ago. Please, have a look around.
The Dream Carrier. May I read it?
Of course. You can come here whenever you want. It just has to be our secret. No one can know the mayor's wife has banned books.
Liesel visits Ilsa every chance she gets. She reads book after book, letting the words carry her away.
Hitler's army sweep across Europe, conquering one nation after another. France, Belgium, Austria, Poland, all have fallen. Britain and the U.S. and Russia have joined together to fight back. The only truth I know is that I am haunted by humans.
Down in the basement, Max has lost track of time. His world has become a tiny, windowless room. Lisa, could you describe the day for me?
It's cloudy.
No, make the words yours. If your eyes could speak, what would they say?
It's a pale day.
Pale? Good. What else?
Everything is struck behind a cloud.
And the sun?
A silver oyster. Max smiles.
I can see that. Suddenly, Max loses consciousness.
Max! Max! Rosa runs in and sees Max. Is he gonna die?
I'll have none of that talk. I haven't starved us this past year so that he could die.
I've got an idea.
Lisa runs to Ilsa's house, crawls through a window, grabs a book, and races home.
Max, I didn't steal it. I only borrowed it. And we can finish this one. I'll get another and another. I won't stop reading until you are better. Months go by. Lisa reads to Max every day until he finally recovers from his.
Lisa and Max form a deep friendship.
Germany is beginning to lose the war, though German newspapers report the opposite. Every day they announce another military victory. And across Europe, the killings of Jews continues. It was a very busy time for me.
Max stands in the Huberman's doorway. I don't want to go.
I have to.
Why?
It's my fault. An officer was hauling a man away, screaming that he was a Jew. I tried to save him, and the Gestapo officer took down my name.
It's only a matter of time before the
Gestapo?
Gestapo comes here to question us.
And they would find Max.
But I can't lose you, Max.
I'm not lost to you, Lisa. You will always be able to find me. Your word. He pulls out Mein Kampf.
Why are you giving me this?
Open it.
You have painted the pages white.
Words are life, Lisa. And now those blank pages are for you to fill.
Max slips out into the darkness.
As the weeks go by, Lisa continues to write in the book Max gave her. She writes and writes, pouring out her stories.
One night, she writes in the basement.
Far above, British planes speed toward Lisa's town.
No one had intended to destroy her street that night. Someone misread a map.
The bomb started to fall. One bomb landed on Lisa's house, which exploded in flame.
Rosa, I caught mid-snore. I felt her regret for not sharing more of her big heart.
Debris flies everywhere. The house collapses.
And as for Hans, his soul was lighter than a child's. I heard his final thought. Liesel.
People rush to see Liesel Street, looking for survival.
And Liesel?
Someone helps Liesel out from the wreckage.
She looks around in shock. Everything is destroyed. Everyone is dead.
I almost took her. Even though it was not her time, I almost broke all the rules just to take her away from the pain and the loss. But then...
Liesel's eyes fall upon her journal, sitting in the rubble. She grabs it, clutching it closely.
Then, at the end of the street, Liesel sees a familiar figure stumbling through the smoke. Elsa!
They run to each other and embrace.
In 1945, Allied forces rolled into Germany and the war comes to an end. Survivors in the concentration camps are liberated.
Liesel, now a woman, works in a tailor shop.
She pauses from her work to look out the window, but she isn't looking at the bombed-out building. She is searching the faces of those who pass by, looking for one in particular.
She sighs and goes back to her work. The door opens and a man walks in.
Hello, Liesel.
You survived!
She throws her arms around him.
They stand holding each other for a long time. Without saying a word, at last, Liesel lets go. I have something to show you.
She pulls out the journal, every page now filled, and opens it to the last page. Poor Max, who taught me to see.
I wanted to tell the book thief many things about beauty and brutality, but what could I tell her that she didn't already know? I wanted to tell her that she made me wonder what it was to live. But in the end, when her time came, after she had her children and her grandchildren, and had lived a long and full life, after all of that, there were no words, only peace.